Welcome back, everybody. Week 8 in the books. The standings are looking interesting. What do you think? You won? You're chilling.
Did
You're at 6 and
I
2.
am
You pop up into
I'm
the standings really
looking
quick.
I'm looking good. I'm feeling good.
You are tied for first place with Chris. Both of you guys have like a 93, 92% chance to make the playoffs. I don't see how you couldn't at this point anymore. It's getting NFC
Let's
divisions
just
are looking
lose out.
crazy. There's 3 of us that are 5 and 3 now. Um Yeah, we've passed the halfway point, I think. Oh, happy Halloween, by the way. I didn't even I'm wearing I'm a kangaroo. I wore this to work today. We were all zoo animals. So this is a whole onesie. I have a tail. Anyways, anyways. Let's go just peek.
I real quick, I haven't looked at the rosters and maybe that's playing into it a little bit, but I'm just real curious because right now it's giving all three of those 5 and 3 people a higher percentage chance of making the playoffs than Sarah, who is 6 and 2 in that division.
I think it might have to do with the fact that Sarah just lost Kirko.
Her quarterback died.
Yeah.
Ripperoni. Okay,
That's a
that
rest in
might have. Yeah.
pieces. Just gonna peek at this. This was supposed to be game of the week here. Looking at the previous matchup from week 8 of Andrew versus Chris. Andrew did not deliver. Sorry, his team kind of poopied on the bed a little bit. Was this in less than 9 from Kelsey? Zay Flowers had 4.4. I
I mean, to
mean,
be fair,
Puka
the
with the
entire
with the 5.8.
to be fair to the Chiefs' entire offense apparently just laid up a
Oh, that's right.
fucking.
They just did nothing against the Broncos, huh?
I didn't see the game, but yeah, it looked like. I think the stat I saw was that was one of the lowest scoring games the Chiefs had played in Pat Mahomes' entire career. I think it might have been their lowest.
No passing touchdowns. Huh? Was it 3 field goals?
Uh, you're gonna have to go to the
I mean,
stat
it was
sheet on
9.
that
They had
one.
9 points. I'm assuming it wasn't a. I'm assuming they didn't have a missed extra point and then a field goal. I'm just assuming they had 3 field goals. But anyways, I digress. Some good matchups. Dad, a little unlucky. I feel bad. Dad's like so close to coming up with some wins here. Um, Sarah retains dominance. Shannon puts up a decent score, but Garrett just blows her out by like 30. He put up 126. Nate got stomped by his wife, feels bad, and I pulled a sneaky on Mom. I only put up 102, which is definitely beatable, but Mom had a bad week. So, all right, moving on. Any other thoughts about last week, dude? Other than we can last thought from me. The Giants beat the Raiders. We're back in it, guys. We're back in that shit. I refuse to give up.
I'm on to Orlando City playoffs and Rangers
And
hockey.
Rangers, yeah, that's fair. I
Also,
mean,
Syracuse basketball starts in a week.
here's my. Got something to watch. Do we have a different head
New
coach?
coach, new coach.
Yeah.
No more Boeheim.
Here's my thought process though. Aside from Leonard Williams, which I really don't think changes the defense that much. Um, what the fuck do we have to lose? Daniel Jones can just throw it deep to Hyatt every goddamn
Oh no
play.
no 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 no. Yeah, no. I'm not. I'm gonna watch the game still as much as possible, especially since I missed a few of them earlier in the season
Oh yeah,
with
no, I'm not watching. I'm not
vacations and
not
whatnot.
watching
But
them, but
I'm not expecting anything out of the season anymore. I'm happy with the Leonard Williams move, even though I'm gonna be sad he's on the team.
got that second round pick for next year. We got 2 second round
Yeah,
picks and our first
I
still.
I do think we have some winnable games coming up. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out, especially considering I
Are we?
really think the NFC wild card spots are going to be wide open for like the remainder of the season. That being said, I'm expecting a top 5 pick at this point. I'm not really.
Dude, the Jets snuck a win out on us. That should have been a win. So easy. But anyways, why don't you go ahead and give us our point winners for last week, and then we'll get into our week 9 matchups.
Uh, Kicking it off with high score as we usually do. That was me this week, thanks to a very
Congrats.
large week from old CD Lamster.
Is that what it was? What do you
Yeah,
have?
he put up
30? Where are
35.
you? 35.
That fucking pick is finally paying off. I thought that it was
Good
gonna be
old
a
Herbie
bust
with
there
a
for a while.
nice 24. Keenan kind of quiet. They just won that game against the Bears pretty easy, though, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah, hands down. And they were doing a lot of dump off passes to Eckler. I think he was
Mm.
getting mad about his share total. Anyways,
All right, low
uh,
points.
low score for the week I believe was Nate, but with one of our higher low scores out of the last few weeks, I feel like we were hitting some of the
Yep.
50s
It was
in the last few
51
weeks.
last week, if that makes you feel better, Nate. So,
Yeah.
what do we got
Just
next?
unlucky on a few of his players. Smallest margin, we got a half point to Sean and to Dad for their 8-point loss and subsequent victory.
Pretty big margin this week. Like last week, Shannon lost by 0.7 to Beth, so losing by 8 seems weird for this league. Usually usually it's like less than a point. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that moved both of them to 2 and 6. So that's just feels
Congrats.
bad. I feel bad. No, I don't know. Anywho, per you, the largest scrimmage yard total goes to Sarah for Jamar. Is it Jamar or Jameer?
Jameer Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs.
Yep. He had
Uh,
189 scrimmage yards.
yeah, had a big boy week. I guess that was Monday night, last night,
That was last night, yeah.
with no Montgomery in. They finally let him break free a little bit.
Soaring. Were you just about to sing the same thing? Flying.
uh, and
s-
negative points. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just staying on this matchup because this is Sean gets another half point or a point here with his -5 points from his Colts defense. So Dad,
Yeah.
nope, it wasn't Dad. Someone else tried to take it with -3 on their bench. I don't remember who it was though.
No, I thought.
Or not on
Wait.
the bench, not on the bench. Sorry,
Okay,
-3 on their
I was like,
roster.
I thought negative was only rostered.
It is
But yeah,
rostered. I don't remember who it was.
this is a weird week for the last couple weeks. Actually, been a little back and forth. Feels like it's been sloppy football, and it is really no front runner that I can pick to be like the one seed in the playoffs. You know, it seems like every
Yeah,
team has some weaknesses this year.
I think Chris is
Uh,
holding his ground still. When's the last
no,
time Chris lost?
I meant real NFL.
Oh, actual NFL games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, kind of say the Eagles, but they almost got
But even
exposed by
then,
Washington.
they've almost been beaten by Washington twice now, haven't they?
Yeah, Washington's their kryptonite, which is so funny because we are Washington's kryptonite, so I don't know why we can't beat the Eagles. But anyway, all right, who had the most
Uh,
benched points?
bench points goes to V, who had just over 74.
Which we didn't do the math, V, but if you had started Zach Moss and the Cowboys defense, it would have been closer. I don't think it would have gotten you the win. Let me see. Zach Moss would have given you an extra 7, and the Cowboys would have given you an extra 8. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been doable still. So your bench didn't lose you the. I mean, really, the only reason her bench looks so crazy is because Sam Howell put up 31, and Joe
Right.
Burrow only put up 3 points less than that. So I wouldn't have started up. But hey, when we picked our team wins, NFL wins on Saturday, Andrew was like, "Wow, belief in the in the Commanders, huh?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm telling you, they always have a game against the Eagles. Like, even if they lose, it's gonna be close." It was like
Right.
37 or 30. Yeah, it was 38 to 31. Like, crazy, dude. Anyways, any other thoughts before we move into pick some matchups?
Uh, no. One more week in. I think I'm playing. Am I playing you this week or am I playing
No,
Mom?
you're playing Sarah this week.
Sarah. All right.
I've
Yeah.
got
Yeah, let's
Christopher,
just
so
move it. Let's just move into
I'm
the.
shitting my pants right now. If we want to
James,
start there, I mean,
James has poopy in his pantalones.
I changed my diaper. I Yeah, we can just start on the me Chris matchup because I'm so fucking scared right now, man. I picked Chris because that's a spooky team.
I
I just have to
also
pray,
picked
honestly.
Chris, although
Good for you.
I think that is going to be the close matchup of the week.
We'll see. What's annoying is that Josh Jacobs finally got a little bit going last night. Got a touchdown. He only had like 15 points, but still not bad. But now we have to with the Josh Jacobs matchup versus the Giants, so can't even fully root for him anymore, even though he's my boy. Oh well.
You can separate
Oh
fantasy
wait,
from
I'm sorry.
IRL.
How many did I get right last week guessing these matchups?
I I believe you went a perfect 7 for 7.
That's right. Read 'em and weep.
And I think I only got 2 right, so
You trash. Okay, moving on. This is the Mom versus Beth matchup. This is the 5-3 5-3 death match. Interesting one here. Mom has Travis Etienne on bye, but Beth has Christian McCaffrey
I
on
noticed
bye.
that.
So
Yeah.
I ended up going with Mom squeaks by like a point. I'm calling it now. This is the there's this one and one other matchup that's gonna be like a point
the,
differential.
the Garrett and Veronica one.
It might be. We'll get there in a second.
I also picked Mom. I just taking a look. I think like you said, it's gonna be a really close one. I think the loss of CMC is gonna hurt
Yeah.
Beth
I
more
mean
than Etienne is for
Beth's
Mom.
it's Beth's best player. But that being said, ETN's been really good too. So that's like Mom's best player. They're both well, Mom has Pat Mahomes, but
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't realize how good he's number 2 running back in fantasy right now.
yeah, he's been really, really good. Look at these, dude. Look at these fantasy points. Starting from week 5, 34, 21, 21, 24. That's so good, dude. Hey, Ma, you want to make a trade? Make a little trade ski for Travis Etienne? He's on bye week. I'll trade for him now. I'll give you a playable running back this week. Hit me up. All right, we both picked
Is
Mom.
anybody with 2 legs?
We both picked Mom that one.
Yes,
Okay,
but
sweet.
I would not be surprised in the
Yeah, like I
slightest if
said,
Beth ended up winning that one.
yeah, it's gonna be close. I don't think the Garrett Veronica matchup is the one I was thinking of, but anyway. We are at 13 minutes, so we gotta speed along a little bit here. This is we're on Nathan and Shan. Um, I wanted to try to pick Shannon to get her second win, but she's got Russ and Javonte Williams on bye week, so I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not.
I got Nate.
Got Nate winning this one too.
Sorry,
Pretty
Shan.
pretty easy pick there. Um, okay, 4-4, 4-4. Ubi versus Veronica. I picked Veronica to win this one.
I picked Gooby.
Pick Garrett. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this one either. It's like Jamar versus Tyreek. Veronica's Joe Burrow's actually been pretty solid. He's got TJ Hawkinson. I like Veronica's odds here. This is gonna be a close one though. They're close matchup, I would if I had to guess.
Uh,
Just trying to figure out if he has any kids to give candy to.
Sorry. You said you picked V.
Yes. You picked Garrett. That's our first different matchup.
This was the other one I thought was gonna be real close though. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if Tyreek just had an
Oh,
absolute week against the Chiefs in
could
Germany.
could be. Revenge game. Um, we're gonna get there. It's gonna be our second to last matchup, the one I wanted to talk about. But oh my God, there's so many matching records this week. This is crazy. We got you versus Sarah, 6-2 versus 6-2. I picked you simply because Sarah's losing Kirk O'Chains and Jameer Gibbs is on bye now after his huge week.
Also the reason I picked myself, but Sarah's got a decent team still.
Yeah, no, she could have a Devontae Adams, AJ Brown big week and be okay, but I think the odds are in your favor on this one.
I thought so as well.
Okay, here's the matchup that I. Here's the matchup I think this is the one I was. Yeah. It's the Ben versus Sean. It's the 1-7 versus 2-6 bowl. It's the Ben's trying to claim his second win here. I actually picked Ben to get his second win here, but I think the final score is going to be 65-63. It's going to be pretty low.
I picked Ben mainly just because Sean's got QB and Amon-Ra St. Brown on bye week.
Can't go solely off a bye, which is what I feel like we've been doing, but I mean,
I don't
currently
know.
doesn't have a backup quarterback rostered, you know?
Ben's team looks good on paper. Like I think he's just been getting some unlucky matchups.
The
but
last
maybe
week he had Darren Waller get like a point and then die. Bijan's just been Bijan. I don't know what is going. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I don't know why he's been. Let's see. Oh well. He had his little tummy ache a couple weeks ago, and then he did hardly anything last game too, because the Falcons are run by a dumb boy, Arthur Smith. But anyway, who'd you pick? You
Mr.
pick Ben?
Arthur Smith. I did.
God, I think we only have one different pick this week. Last matchup, Dad versus Andrew. This was sadly an easy Andrew pick for me. But if Dad wins this one, it'll be the greatest performance of his life. Brandon Ayuk and Evan Ingram on bye week.
I also picked Drew for this one.
Dad is going to be dropping some players because he's got Ayuk and Evan Ingram in his lineup on bye, and then Samaje Perine, Josh Reynolds, and Jordan Mason in his bench on bye. So gonna have to make a little bit of roster room there for a tight end, and then yeah, we'll see what he ends up doing there. Maybe he only rosters one quarterback from here on out. Hey, Joshua Dobbs on the Vikings now, Dad. Maybe he'll be good. Never know.
True. Be holding for a week. Maybe he'll get the starting job next week.
Could do. I mean, I'm sure he's probably starting this week. I don't know who their other backup was to be.
I think he's a 5th round rookie, and they said that they were planning to start him, but Dobbs might be ready. I don't know.
Interesting. Anyways.
So we have almost all same matchups. This is gonna be it's gonna come down to Garrett versus V for which one of us has more correct picks this week.
Is that the only one we didn't pick the same?
Yes.
All right. I picked Veronica. All right, I'm rooting for Veronica. Sorry, Garrett. You get destroyed.
Hey Garrett. I don't know if you watch these or not, but peep the trade I sent you, bro. Let's make something happen.
Let's make some money. All right, that's a wrap, folks. See y'all in week 10. When week 9 is over.
How many
What week are we? Yeah, see y'all when week 9 is over.
We're week 9 now. How many weeks do we have left in the regular season? Do you know?
I'll go check. Playoff
After
bracket.
this, okay. In total, we have 6 more regular season.
Yeah, we have
weeks.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6 more, and then we go into playoffs.
Let go.
See what happens in my Chris matchup, because right now I'm projected to play him in the playoffs. So, all right, see y'all next week. Happy Halloween.